That the Zanzibar Barbarians are wonderful people. They serve a mean continental breakfast. But the show must go on, so he personally recommended a host for tonight. It's his first night doing comedy, which is the perfect time to host a show. So I need you guys to be gentle and supportive. His name is Gary. So put your hands together if you want to clap for Gary. Come on up, Gary.
Thank you. I'm just going to do a couple of jokes, folks. Hi. It's my first time doing comedy. What's your name? That's a nice name. Where are you from? Yeah. That's nice. Where do you live? My father used to live. Fortunately, he died. An agonizing and painful death. Just kidding, he's still alive. But he's still dead to me. How am I on time? These are new. Do you like impressions? I hate them. But you will love mine as I made them up myself. Here's my impression of no. Make some noise. Put your hands together. Make some noise for putting your hands together. Put your hands together for making some noise. Where are my married people at? Where are my single people at? Where are my married people wishing they were single at? The woman in purple sitting on the couch to my right is very pretty. Where are my single people wishing they were married at? That's dumb. Been there, done that. What's the deal with marriage? Pause for applause break. What's the deal with what's up with that? Hey, what's your favorite porn? What's the deal with that? Pause for confusion. You guys believe in mediums? How about extra larges? That one's blank. How am I on time? Before I leave, I just want to set something straight. If I could, it was kind of bothering me when I walked in here. If I just set it straight. I don't want to leave a mess or anything. Anyway, that's all my time. Anyone else want to get up and do some comedy? Sir, what's your name back there? Basil. You seem like you're funny. Would you like to do some comedy tonight?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Come on up. Thank you.
Clap it up for G-Man.
Gary.
When did you change your name?
He's not here.
Okay, Gary, for Gary. I didn't know. I thought he was G-Man for some odd reason.
No,
I loved how he did his set. You were pretty. His set, like, the reaction, that was good. He was like, okay, whatever. All right, so I'm assuming you two are married? All right, that's great. See? So how long have you been married for? 25 years. Clap it up for them. That's commitment right there. I'm impressed. I wish I could get that. I can't even get 25 days. But, all right, so I tried out online dating. This is why I wanted to come up here. I was not gonna come, but I'm like, I gotta come for this joke, so we'll see what happens. No pressure. So I met this woman through online dating. She looked nothing like her picture. That is such a turnoff. I hung out with her. I broke it off. A few months later, she started trying stand-up comedy. She talks about how she's sick of dating guys and she wants to date women. I'm like, great, I have that impact on women. And she stopped doing comedy after that, so obviously that wasn't working either. All right, so I love this silence. It's super relaxing. So I'm used to laughter, so Gary gave me something. Gary told me to say to you, want to have lunch. So you can tell him after. You don't have to say that right now. You can tell him later. You can say now. It doesn't matter. That's funny. I'm doing my set and Gary just wants to hit on you. You know what? You might as well just give him your number. We'll keep it a secret. Don't worry. No one else will know. It's not getting Facebook Live. All right, this is great. So when people ask me what my New Year's resolution is, I tell them nothing, which is why I don't even have a punchline for that joke. I have a joke about motivation. I don't feel like telling it. I have a joke about weight loss. I cut it off. I have a joke about I-95. It's incomplete. How do you know Gary? You don't know Gary? Well, you should get to know him. Gary's a good guy. All right, here's a fun fact about me. I'm a middle school spelling bee champion. You too? Look at that. We united tonight for the show. I got her to come for the middle school spelling bee champions meetup group. I'm like, you gotta come to my show and check me out. Exactly. Okay, so actually there was more to that joke. So I go, I'm a middle school spelling bee champion in my own mind. That was the tag. Are you two related? Okay, I didn't know. I'm just asking. It's cool. All right, so driving in this day and age is fun. Almost as fun as catching a gallon of water with your bare hands. I tried meeting a woman at a grocery store, but I seem like nowadays people just look at their smartphones more than they look at where they're walking. And in this day and age, in order for me to get a woman's undivided attention, I need to be a smartphone. So my coworker said she can do 5 normal push-ups. I replied, that's more than most guys. Yeah, guys don't love that joke at all. Never laugh.
Oh, wow, how fortuitous. Thank you, sir. Oh, by the way, I meant to tell you, I dig your shirt. I've got a shirt just like that. Except mine is, well, it's more of like a tank top. And it's light blue with red piping. And it says South Beach, but I dig the shirt. No, what's your name? David from Boynton. I love autumn in Boynton. I'd like you to think of a number from 1 to 1,000, but don't tell me, okay? I can always fall back on my psychic ability, and this is proof. Was it 20? Seriously, if you screw with me, it messes up the joke. Was it 20? It wasn't 20. No. Final answer. Coming to the stage next, Brian Coronado, a very funny man, unlike myself.
Give it up for David Blaine, guys. Come on, that was fantastic. Making shit disappear. All right, guys, good to be here. My name's Brian Coronado. If you ever seen the movie Hook with Robin Williams, you can call me Fat Rufio. Yeah, there we go. There's only one person that got that. Kill the Lawyers. I've never seen that movie, so I'm not going to watch a Julia Roberts film. My name is Brian. It kind of dips itself into white privilege. Like, I was on a job interview once, and the guy goes, "Oh, Brian, that's a strong Irish name. That means high and noble." I was like, "Yeah, that's half right." Still got the job. Thank you, JP Morgan. Fantastic. Anyone celebrating tonight? Birthdays, anniversaries, anything exciting? Woo! No, it's Sunday. We're all just alcoholics. Guys, I asked that last week at the Improv. I'm like, who's celebrating? And this woman in the back goes, "Yeah, divorce!" Yeah. And she thought that was hilarious until I told her kids are going to end up like me, okay? And that's the truth, guys. 85% of comedians come from broken homes, and that's a fact I just made up. Why the hell did my voice crack right there? I sound like a 12-year-old. Jesus Christ. We had a spelling bee champ. We had the guy with the pinky ring who Fassel wants to talk to. This man will murder you. Why the fuck would you go after the one guy that would kill you in the parking lot? Oh, God. Trying to quit drinking. Yeah, not happening. But guys, I can't because my background's really weird. I'm Seminole, Cherokee, and Aztec, which is like a totem pole of alcoholism, right? I just can't stop drinking. My drinking name, my Indian name would be Dancing with Whiskey. And I'll drink anything, dude. I'll drink beer, wine, Jack, Coke, vodka, tonic, Jaeger bombs, sake bombs, white wine, Walmart wine. Dude, one time I even drank a bottle of piss, and it turns out that was just a Corona. Yeah, by the way, enjoy the craft beer over here. It's fantastic. I love it. Spelling bee, you ever hit rock bottom? Fantastic, absolutely. Yeah, guys, here's how I know I hit rock bottom one time. I'm not asking him. One time I hit rock bottom, I got smashed drunk, I fell off a boat, and then I woke up different country. Just me? Okay. Smashed drunk, fell off a boat, woke up different country, and I was like, oh my gosh, Japan! Guys, I was not in Japan, I was at Epcot. Yeah, small world my ass, that's what I'm trying to say. What's Epcot stand for in the back, does anyone know? Epcot, every person comes out trashed. Yeah. Take that home with you. Getting fat. I look at comics get it here, I'm like, oh, I'm losing weight, bro, I'm still the same weight, fuck you. I'm getting fat, god damn it. And I tried to go to the gym, like, why is it because girls, you're good looking, you go to the gym? Why is it every guy at the gym is a personal trainer? What is that? Why is it every time I go there, some guy named Trevor needs to give me advice, right? Like, I was there last week and this guy just walked up to me, he's like, hey man, my name's Trevor. You know you get better results if you bet your knees. I was like, dude, that's great, but we're in the shower. And I don't want your wad, okay? That's a double entendre for, okay, moving on. The Miami Dolphins. Woo, yeah, the Miami Dolphins, by the way, it's not a sports joke, I know where I am, guys. The Miami Dolphins just fired their coach for doing cocaine on camera with a stripper. You guys saw that? Last year, the Miami Dolphins fired their coach for doing cocaine on camera with a stripper. The only way that story would have been more Florida As if he was attacked by an alligator on the way home, right? Or a crocodile in the ocean. You saw that about a year ago. There's a girl on my job from Jersey. She's not quite used to this, so she goes, "Oh my God, can you believe that?" I'm like, dude, we live in South Florida. We're surrounded by panthers and pythons and snakes and sharks and crocs and Cubans. I can believe it. More Mexicans up here, right? I shouldn't do Cubans. We're too north. All right, moving on. And I like South Florida. If you don't like South Florida, fuck you. I love South Florida, goddammit. I love the insanity down here, because if you're from down here, that's right, I'll take that applause. You're a survivor, right? I'm a survivor, guys. I survived everything. I survived like rain, hurricanes, the Macarena. Remember the Macarena, ma'am? That's right. That was a category whore. They come quick, guys. They come quick. People from New York? Okay, except for you. I don't mind people from New York. I just don't like the ones that complain about Florida. You ever get those people? They're like, "Oh, New York is so much better." And I'm like, you know what? Move back to New York, all right? You move back to New York. You wake every morning, scrape ice to your car. I'd rather sit at the beach next to a serial killer. Right? You shovel snow and I'll get drunk with Ted Bundy. At least he gets chicks, right? Oh, no. Okay, never mind. By the way, don't do that joke in Tallahassee. I found that the hard way a few weeks ago. They're kind of sensitive about that. It's only been 30 years, right? Born and raised in Florida. Anyone else? Yeah, that's right. Land of the free, home of the deranged. God damn it. I love living down here. My favorite part about living down here are the Florida man stories. All right, because I grew up with this my entire life. I'm used to it, but I started seeing on the internet all these dude, the guy, my favorite one recently, this guy in Miami, he ripped off an iguana's tail and he beat his kids with it. You guys can see that story? This guy in Miami actually ripped off an iguana's tail, he beat his kids with it, and Florida's so fucked up, you actually thought that was true. Right? Doesn't happen in Delaware. Yeah, I'll take another applause. That doesn't happen in Delaware or on Michigan, but in Florida, like, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Yeah, let's go to Publix and weigh ourselves. Fantastic. Get ourselves a sub. By the way, I love Publix. You gotta love Publix, dude. At least if you're by Publix, you're in a good area, right? You're in a good area and your produce section has a rainstorm. That shit's awesome. If your produce section has a rainstorm, I can't shop with you. You better take that shit to Winn-Dixie. I like how we're so numb to natural disasters down here. Like, this same girl from Jersey comes up to me a few years ago. She goes, "Oh my God, it's a hurricane coming." And I was like, "Yeah, category 2. You wake me up when that's over." Oh, really? I survived Hurricane Andrew, bro. Remember that one? That was a 5. Yeah, there we go. Hurricane Andrew. It's not the toddlers you gotta worry about, the preschoolers. It's the, I messed that up. Moving on. Anyways. Right, toddlers are 5, or then the other one's 2. I don't, who cares? I don't have kids. I shouldn't have kids. I'm getting older. Here's how I know I'm getting older, guys. I'm talking about Publix. I'd never do that when I was 25. I'm getting older. I got a Facebook message from a girl I haven't talked to in 10 years, which means we have a high school reunion coming up, or she's trying to sell me essential oils. Yeah. By the way, 30 years without this stuff, that's not essential. Right? It's not like you're selling me water or bagel bites. Damn it. But it was a high school reunion invite, which I'm not going to go to, because why the hell? And everyone on the high school, they're married, have kids, they're married, have kids, they're married, have kids. Dude, last week I kept pushing my cat away because I was too busy looking at cat pictures. Exactly. That's the life we're living here, bro. Who has a cat? Anyone? Come on, I can't see the lonely people glitter. There we go. All right, man with the glasses. What's your cat's name? Nah, the other girl with the glasses, not you.
Rabby.
Ratty? Rabby?
Ravioli.
Ravioli? Oh, that's adorable. Girl or boy?
Boy.
Oh. Okay, Loxy, my cat's name. I read a study, tell me this is true. I read a study that said if you love cats, you probably love bondage. Didn't look away, guys. Didn't look away. Kept eye contact. That's how you know. If you love cats, you probably love bondage. Guys, I read that study and I laughed so hard, I spit out my ball gag. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Spit it out all over Abby. It was fantastic. And I spoil my cat, dude. I buy her everything. I buy her like toys and wet food and lingerie. It's for her. I'm not selfish. And I'll say this, guys, cats are better than kids. Yeah, cats are better than kids because they're cuter, they're cheaper, they sleep in on the weekends, and if they get pregnant, you can give them away, right? Just give those kids away, dude. You know how hard it is to drop off a toddler at PetSmart? Their heads don't fit through the door. Did I lose you there? Okay. Let's get a little darker. Guys, I'm not gay, but John Stamos is John Stamos. Right? Have mercy, that's a good looking man, Full House. All right. I don't mind, yeah, goddamn right. I don't mind getting hit on by gay guys. It used to happen a lot of times when I was skinnier. But it only pisses me off when it happens at Burger King. Okay? This has happened to me 6 times. I have no idea why. But the last time I got pissed off, I'm like, dude, if I'm gonna have sex with a fast food employee, I'm gonna get me a Chick-fil-A gay. Right? We'll hang out every Sunday. He'll feed me waffle fries. It's gonna be fabulous, dude. Fabulous. I don't understand people that are against gay or gay marriage. If you are, I think you're kind of a faggot. Yeah, that's the word I was gonna use. If you're against gays or gay marriage, you are a faggot. I don't understand these people. I've never met an intelligent homophobe or a flat earther. That's the thing, dude. And God forbid I meet a homophobic flat earther. Perfect example. I was going to the Bahamas last year, and I was sitting there looking at this gorgeous island, and this redneck standing next to me with his fucking daughter wife. I don't know what she is. And I don't know what she was. For some reason, and apropos of nothing, he just said this out loud, and he goes, hey, you know what we should do with all those gay guys? We should put them on that island so they can't reproduce. Okay. All right, let's put helmets on horses so they don't become unicorns. That makes just as much sense. I don't understand. You're so dumb you don't know what you're arguing against. But here's the thing, guys. If gay marriage is here, that means gay divorce court. It's going to be hilarious, right? You gonna watch gay divorce court, bro? I'll watch that. They'll be sashaying down the aisle. They'll be fighting for custody of leather pants. Gay divorce court with Judge RuPaul. We're gonna watch that? I'd watch the hell out of that. So Friday I ate a bunch of acid and I watched The Toxic Avenger. I did that for you. That's my contribution to society, not having kids and doing comedy. Actually, I ate a bunch of acid and I watched Jurassic Park. Yeah! Awesome movie, right? But at a certain point, I started questioning whether dinosaurs are real. Like, dude, I ate so much acid, I turned into a Christian. Not the room to do that in. All right, moving on. I didn't know this is the Latter-day Saints show. Fuck it, I'm going for it. So my girlfriend's a stripper. Yeah, that's right. This fat lump of shit found a girlfriend and she's actually hot, but it's real weird, guys. My girlfriend is going to strip to pay for college, which is a real thing, so I had to look it up. And it's been interesting because most guys are like really into it, like, yeah, that's awesome. And then one person told me that strippers degrade themselves for money. And I was like, yeah, so do comedians. Really? Like, dude, the other day, my girlfriend got paid $500 to choke a guy, and one time I got paid $5 to do comedy in someone's living room. In a living room next to a parrot. All right, you ever been heckled by a bird?
45, I'm good. Anything past 45 degrees, I'm on borrowed time, folks. Okay, I don't know if I'm having enough oxygen or strength to get up on my own will after I'm done tying the shoe. Like, it's crazy. Every time I go to bend over to tie my shoes, just breathe. I'm trying. Breathe. I can't. 911 question mark. No. Then the eye wash is flatlines. Then I gotta come up for like a deep breath, like I just got out of a pool, like just. Because I'm fat. And I finally get conscious, and I look down, and I see my left shoe's untied. I was like, no! I'm not going back down there. I'm wearing sandals with shoes that are untied for the rest of my life. It's crazy, man. I don't know. I used to wear red t-shirts around comics. My favorite color is red to wear, right? Is your purple your favorite color? No, but it looks good on you. Red surprisingly looked good on me, but you guys were like, no, it didn't. It did. But hanging out with a bunch of comics and they're jerks, after our show, one of the comics comes up to me and goes, hey, Randy.
To take you on a bit of a tour of all the wonderful art pieces in the room today. I noticed a lot of them don't have names. One of my favorites is the one of the Triceratops over there. I believe that its title is Florida Driver in the Rain. Rain in Florida! Ah! Another favorite of mine is this guy, A Lyric Forgotten. He looks like he went up to the mic and was like, shit. I also like the three pieces over there. I like the story that they tell from the bottom to the top. The two on the bottom have flowers in their eyes, and the one on top is like, I'm not opening my eyes! We'll let you out of the box if you open your eye now! My high school life was terrible, but I was always really good with seducing the foreign students. Everyone was always jealous about that. I have the perfect pickup line for them. I was able to seduce a girl that came over from Spain. They always try to catch you. I'm like, hey, can you teach me how to pronounce this word in English? And I was like, okay, I'll tell you how. Come on, come in close. And then I went, ah! In her pants right away. Ain't nobody ever done that. Works like a charm. People say that girls go after the bad boys. That's a lie, because I'm the worst. I was expelled from high school over pure intimidation factor. Somebody spread a rumor I was going to shoot the place up and they couldn't take any chances. Because I'm a bad boy. I never really understood why they believed the rumor. There was no proof. I also don't own a gun. What do you call a school shooter with no gun? His name? Because he's not a shooter. Gun. I remember the first time I told that joke to a crowd, I had a heckler go, next joke! Said, I'm sorry if that joke made you uncomfortable. You imagine how uncomfortable I was when I was in the principal's office? And the principal said, hello, you can't come to school anymore. How much I wish I could have looked up at that principal and said, next joke! However, I couldn't. All I could do was say, next school! It was great. My childhood was robbed. It's okay. I didn't need it anyway. I don't know how to speak to most ladies. Doesn't end well. Whenever I ask for advice, people give me crappy advice, though. It's always these weird sayings, things like, you attract more bees with honey. I'm allergic to bees. That is not the type of swelling I had in mind. Another one you hear a lot is, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. That is not how you start a stable relationship with somebody, folks. That's an excuse for psychotic behavior. Of course I killed those people. I was at my worst. If you want me at my best, you better hide these bodies. So I live by it, and the only way I can flirt with girls now is by getting into heated arguments with them. I practice by watching Uber freakout videos. So I have picking fights for flirts, or for short. So if they start yelling at me, I'll be like, ma'am, you better stop pointing at me, unless you want a ring on that finger. That's right. Don't fuck with me. I'm finna marry your ass. All right? You gotta knock them off balance. You better shut your mouth. Unless you want to use it to introduce me to your parents. Sit down. Sit down.
Y'all, I'm Jesse Cohen. I'm a Boston Jew. I grew up in Texas. And I don't have a Boston accent, and I don't have a Texas accent, all for the same reason. I have an education. I'm an attorney, as may have been noticed. I know I don't sound like an attorney. I know this because judges in courts throughout Florida have told me exactly that. And clients in jails throughout Florida have told me exactly that, as they're complaining that the judges were complaining about me, and then the clients in the jail start complaining that I don't sound like an attorney, and then my boss is like, son, you really don't sound like an attorney, you should rethink your career. And I'm like, screw you, Dad, I'm gonna go be a stand-up comic then. Who laughs last? He co-signed my loans. I was a dumb kid too. I was a real dumb kid. I mean, just on music alone. I had a very confused childhood. Y'all remember that song, Man Eater by Hall & Oates? Oh, here she comes. Watch out. You gotta know the song, because this ain't karaoke. I'm not singing for you. You know the song though, right? Yeah. I thought it was literal. I thought Hall & Oates were warning me about a cannibal woman who was gonna eat me. That messed me up for a while. And then later I thought that Madonna was singing about a woman made out of fabric when she was telling me about the Material Girl, which is a little disturbing when I'm 14 jerking off into a sock. It is. That's just a statement of facts. If you think that's bad, I tell you, you know what's really weird is jerking off in the shower. You don't turn the shower on. You're just standing there and the water's not running. That's weird. Okay, anyway, I was a dumb kid though. Like, my name's Jesse, and I always thought Rick Springfield was trying to take my girlfriend. Any Motley Crue fans here? Anyone? No one shouts at the devil? Anybody at least watched the Motley Crue documentary recently on Netflix? Drew's nodding his head knowingly. Anybody familiar with the band Motley Crue from the 1980s? They're a band, they had long hair, they had umlauts in their name. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I was a Motley Crue fan, apparently the only one. And I wrote Motley Crue on the back of a blue jeans jacket that my mom bought me on layaway from Marshall's. And I used a Sharpie, just a permanent marker. I got the umlauts right, I got the E wrong, so I didn't write Motley Crue on the back of my jacket, I wrote Motelly Crue. Like I'm into meth and hookers, which I am, but that's precocious for the 3rd grade. So yeah, my mom made me wear that jacket for the rest of the school year though. I was a dumb kid. Oh, now I'm a dumb adult. I live in Boca Raton, Florida. I'm about 40 years old. It's a weird demographic. It's a weird experience for me to live in Boca. You know, at 40, I don't really feel like Boca is for me. There are plenty of 40-year-olds in Boca, but it's not for us. It's for people who are very young, children, as it were, and it is for the very old. It's not really for the people in the middle. I had a professor in law school who said that any place that's a great place to raise children is a terribly boring place to be an adult, which is actually why I drove 35 miles to come and tell jokes at this coffee shop tonight. It was because I live in Boca and it's Sunday night. I don't want to be there. The good thing though is that I have friends that are twice my age and I have friends that are half my age, and I haven't honestly been able to say that since preschool. It's a little weird now. You'd think that 80-year-olds and 20-year-olds would be different from each other, and in my experience, maybe I get a sample bias, but they're not. They all smoke great marijuana. It's just that the 80-year-olds are getting it from the government, and they're giving it away because they don't figure they need it much longer. The 20-year-olds, however, either hit me up for money to buy it or trying to sell it to me, which is a little awkward because often they're asking me if I'm a cop, and I'm not. I really need legalized recreational marijuana in Florida so I can stop telling kids I'm not in Miami Vice. And they're like, what's Miami Vice? And I'm like, oh yeah, you're 20, you don't know what I'm talking about. Moving on, so yeah, like I said, I live in Boca because I got a kid. He's 5 years old. Last week I was taking him to get a haircut, and on the way to the barber shop, he tells me he wants a European soccer haircut. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like World Cup style, FIFA soccer player. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. It's like, I'll describe, real short, like shaved tight on the sides, long and spiky on the top. If you don't know what I mean, like Eurotrash, in America we call it an alt-right haircut. Nothing? Okay, well, the barber knew what to do because the alt-right haircut's very popular these days. He turns on the buzz clippers, my kid's not anticipating this, and he flipped out. He starts kicking and screaming and crying. He slides out of the barber chair onto the floor, down into the hair and everything is disgusting. And he starts flailing around, and like a real World Cup player, he's crying injury. He had not been touched yet. Okay, so that's like yellow card. Pick him up, put him back into the barber seat. The barber's trying to give him the haircut. And the kid, he's not having it. My kid's fighting with the barber. There's actual contact at this point. He's like throwing punches. And the barber's just like, I can't do this. You know, it's not safe. He's not going to sit still. I can't do it. Kicked him out. I didn't have to pay for it, so it's all good, you know, for me. But my kid did not look like a sporty European soccer player when we left there. He looks like I picked him up in an abusive Romanian orphanage. Yeah. Hey, it gets worse from here. Did y'all hear in the news about this guy who was hiking in Colorado and he got attacked by a cougar? Like a mountain lion, people? Y'all know what I'm talking about? This guy's hiking and this apex predator sees him and thinks dinner. But no. This guy's like, not today, pussy. And he fucking beat the mountain lion with his hands. He strangled it, he killed it. Takes the carcass out of the woods. He's like, look what I did. This thing tried to kill me and I killed it. I think I could do that. No, you don't believe me? I've been practicing on the neighborhood cats. I'm gonna work up bigger and bigger. I'll be ready, just in case that happens. Okay, yeah, I got a lot of problems, people. I read self-help books. I like to read self-help books. One of my problems, though, is I don't finish reading them. So I have very clear understanding of what's wrong with me, and I don't know what to do about it. Y'all heard of emotional support pets, of course, right? I don't see any emotional support pets here tonight. Y'all know what I'm talking about there, right? You know, it's just like a seeing eye dog, but different. Seeing eye dog is highly trained, extremely expensive, well-trained animal that performs essential medical service for someone. An emotional support pet is for the weak of spirit, and what they do is they get their credentials off of the Amazon, and they download a certificate, and then they're allowed to go out in public. I need that, but I can't because I strangle neighborhood cats. So they don't let me anymore. I had one. Yeah, I don't like the emotional support pets. What I do, I have a pet rock. Y'all remember pet rock from the 1970s? It was like a for the younger people here, it's a flash in the pan novelty item from like 1975. Some guy who like he's probably him. He made like $5 million selling pet rocks. It was a fortune in 1975. I hope he retired. Anyway, I still have one, and that's my emotional support pet. If I'm out in public, like if I'm scared because I'm public speaking or someone's bothering me, I'll take that emotional support pet and I'll just hit a motherfucker on the head with it. It makes me feel better. If I'm not confrontational, I will throw it at them and run away, and then I will get another emotional support rock. It's very easy. Now, on a serious tip though, like seeing eye dogs and like real mobility support animals, you gotta take those seriously. I know that I'm very disrespecting of the emotional support pets, but with the seeing eye dogs, like it costs $20,000 to raise a Labrador Retriever to be a seeing eye dog. If you're ever out in public and you see one of these things and it's like not with its owner, that means that the owner is dead or deeply in distress. So you can actually keep the dog and sell it for at least 10 grand. It's a lucrative business. If you're not patient, you can just steal them because the people who own them are blind. Oh, it gets worse. Hey, so I told you I got a 5-year-old kid. I think he's old enough to start growing up. I drive a 16-year-old truck, and I think it's old enough to drive. I have a 12-year-old marriage, and it's old enough to have a girlfriend. All right then. Cut to the chase. I'm on dating apps now. My 3 favorite dating apps are Tinder for children, Surrender for women over 40 who have never gotten married, and Return to Sender for guys who are getting divorced like me. All right, thank you. I'm Jessica Owen. That was fun for me.
Keep it going for the comedian, attorney, and self-proclaimed cat strangler, Jesse Cohen. Coming to the stage, he should be here in about 40 minutes. He's working his way over. Royce, come on.
We
There
love
you
Roy.
go.
We love
Nah.
Roy. He's the Bobby
Here's my buddy Royce.
We love Roy. We love
My
Roy.
bud.
We love Roy.
I'm an old guy and my memory's going, so you'll have to excuse. I write when I read my jokes. I can't remember them. especially at this time. It's after my bedtime. My name is Royce. I'm the oldest comedian here, and next year I'll be 80 years old. My memory's fading, so please excuse the fact that I have to read my jokes. My wife, she says I'm being absent-minded, so she puts my name on my shirts so I won't forget. I'm so old that my social security number is in Roman numerals, and my my blood type has been discontinued. I didn't realize I was getting old until one morning I went to get coffee and looked at the can, and it was pre-Columbian. It was also a jar back there that was instant or something, and it said freeze-dried. Well, it had been there so long that I'm starting to think about maybe parts of me being freeze-dried. You know, you realize you're getting old when you throw away your alarm clock and start letting your bladder wake you up every morning. And I also discovered that my teeth and I no longer sleep together. The only reason I would take up jogging is so I could hear heavy breathing again. At my age, the only thing that gets hard is my arteries. Excuse me. I also noticed that on my birthday, the candles cost more than the cake. These days, my back goes out more than I do, and happy hour is a nap. For me, getting lucky these days is finding my car in the parking lot. You're old when you realize that Moses was the first person to have a tablet that connected to the cloud. My grandkids think I'm old because I was born before the internet. But I demand respect from them when I explain I graduated from school without Google. I discovered that sex is like playing bridge. If you don't have a good partner, then you better have a good hand. Oh, bridge player. A friend found an ad at the back of a magazine where he could order Olympic condoms in colors. And when they arrived, he told his wife, "Tonight I'm going to wear my gold condom." His wife said, "Why not wear your silver condom and come second for a change?" I thought that was funny. I'm also at an age where food has taken the place of sex in my life. Yes, in fact, I just installed a mirror over my dining room table. I now only eat processed foods because I need all the preservatives I can absorb. And I don't eat natural foods because I read that 80% of the population dies from natural causes. You know? Having a conversation with friends my age is impossible. I don't have a doctor and I don't take any drugs. And all they want to talk about is their doctor visits and the drugs they're taking or their bowel movements. You know you're getting old. Well, here are some signs to know if you're getting old. When the brown spots on your arms won't wash off. When your back goes out more than you do and happy hour is a nap. Or your address book is filled with names and numbers of all your doctors. And the guy at Walgreens, the pharmacist, becomes your best friend. When it takes longer to rest than it did to get tired. Or you think you're a patient person, but in fact, you no longer actually give a damn. There are lots of signs in life. My wife points them out to me all the time. One day she gave my oldest black suit to a thrift store and some kid showed up wearing it on Halloween night, dressed as Al Capone. My wife's friend Carol was wearing a new locket and my wife asked, was there a memento in it of some sort? And she said, yes, lock of my husband's hair. But your husband is still alive, she said. She answered, I know, but his hair is gone. My friend Don has bounced back from heart problems and even a few strokes, but through it all he has kept his sense of humor. And one day when we were discussing it, he said, do you know what kills me? I just smiled and said, apparently nothing. Well, you may think because I'm reading I have Alzheimer's or senile or something, but actually I have to prove to people that I'm not, so I'll give you my welcome. My name is Royce. I'm also known as Royce by choice, but that's because I talk in rhyme. I seem to do it all the time, and I feel fine, but everyone else, well, they seem to think it's a crime. My Afro-American friends think I'm talking rap, but I've told them that's a bunch of crap. They say if you talk in rhyme, then you're a sap, and I try to explain, look, I'm just an English chap who loves to rhyme when I get the chance. Since my body no longer lets me dance, words choke and fog my mind from knowing time. Then I start talking to everyone in rhyme. Some of my friends, they think I'm talking like Dr. Seuss. But I swear, I don't like green eggs, ham, or juice. I'm really just a simpleton who thinks with his heart, hoping my words will make me sound smart. Not schooled to write in proper verse, spelling and grammar, well, they've been my life's curse. But on I go looking for the truth, and all that I'm sure of is I've lost my youth. Well, for a little while, I'll try and make you smile. I'm really happy that you're here, drinking all the brew house beer, but you better order another beer. I may end up sounding kind of queer. Anyhow, are you going to get me off the stage or what? Thank you and good night.
Coming next to the stage, thank you, Royce. That was delightful. Gio, you ready? Let's do this.
Hey, Brew House. Thanks for those of you that stayed. So I know that I look black, but what you can't see is that I'm culturally white. It's what happens when you grow up in the suburbs and they don't teach you Ebonics or how to dance. But they do teach you yoga and how to hate minorities. Anybody grow up in the suburbs? No? Okay, too heavy, too heavy. So about, being black and not knowing how to dance, it's rough growing up like that. I go to my family reunions and I just want to dance with my cousins and they're like, "You're too stiff. You're offbeat. Girl, what you doing? Have several seats." And it always hurt worse because they rhymed. Like I couldn't even dance on beat, but they insulted me on beat, So, but as I grew older, I still dance and I twerked at a club, right? And I ended up trending on Twitter. Hashtag twerk fail. Yeah. Hashtag tragic twerk. Hashtag black girl no magic. Hashtag not all lives matter. And that one hurt the worst. So it's why I only dance at white parties, where my offbeat twerking makes me Beyonce. It's like my safe space. Yeah. So being black and culturally white, it also kind of works like this. Like I have this black girl, Keisha, and a white girl, Becky, inside of me. Keisha, she likes trap music, whereas Becky likes punk emo rock. That's because I like shaking my ass and boys with eyeliner. Brian's gone. Keisha likes weed. Becky likes cocaine. Yeah, that's because I smoke so much weed. I need cocaine to stay awake. Am I right? Keisha hates blowjobs. Becky's really good at them. That's because I am still single, and I know the importance in giving a good blowjob. Right, ladies?
Okay.
Keisha will whoop your ass. And Becky will ask to speak to your manager. I know when to fight and when to play a good victim, guys. That's why. Okay, we'll move on to the next set. So,